Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a match between Serral and Clem here on Jagannatha. Bottom left, it is Clem. Top right, it is Serral. So a ZVT here for you from Dreamhack Masters Winter. Should be an excellent match. These two players are super familiar with each other. They compete on the European ladder. Clem is an incredible TVZ player, and Serral is also an incredible ZVT player. So I feel like this is going to be an excellent match. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're excited. I'm here 5 times a week with StarCraft 2 content. Alright, so check it out. Overlord moving in this direction to check for proxies and all sorts of crazy shenanigans Clem could be up to here, but Clem just got his barracks coming up inside of his main base as per usual. Nothing weird about that whatsoever. Man, today I just took a few minutes and I watched some of the older Day 9 dailies, a couple of them with Day 9, and I just, I don't know, I'm just feeling really nostalgic for that time. I mean, jeez. StarCraft 2 is 10 years old at this point. I mean, 11 years old at this point, and I went back and watched some of the beta footage. I watched Day 9 talking about him competing against his brother in a beta competition. I think it was the Husky and HD invitational they did for the beta of StarCraft 2, and Danon got matched up with Tasteless, and he was just like, oh, I hate playing against my brother because we know each other so well, and if I win, I feel bad because it's my brother, and if I lose, I feel bad because I lose. And I was just like, man, I really miss Day 9 talking about StarCraft, and I know he moved on to other stuff, and I get it, but just, it was a different time. It was a different time. The internet seemed smaller as well. Like, he's talking about a King of the Web tournament that's happening. Actually, that was a 2012 video that I watched, but King of the Web happening just with, you know, small YouTubers or people running their own web pages, and it's less corporate. The big people on the internet aren't super filthy rich from it. They're just doing it because they love it. It's just it was an entirely different time. The internet, like I said, it seems smaller, and now it seems like everybody's on the internet, and it's a huge place, and there's a lot more arguing and fighting going on than there used to be. And not that I mean, people used to fight on the internet for all time, right? This is not a new thing. But it just seems like it's worse now. I don't know. Anyway, coming up, Reaper name is Reverse Flash. It's me. It was me, Barry. I went to my own past and made myself join the Dominion Reaper program instead of the Flash Museum, so you would never have the pleasure of knowing me, and forcing you to have Captain Boomerang as your greatest foe. Wait, why did I do this? The reverse Flash memes are very funny. If you haven't seen those, just search Reverse Flash meme. A bunch will pop up. They always make me laugh. It's good stuff, man. Flash is an interesting hero. He's kind of got the same problem that Superman does in that he's stupidly overpowered. So if you want to write threats for him, they have to be stupidly overpowered, or the Flash has to be dumb. Those are the only options. Ooh, there's a proxy starport from Clem, though. That's interesting. Overlord coming across. This is a big map, so Overlord rush distance is very, very long. He's not even going to try to scout with this guy. He knows the threats are real, man. Yeah, and it's just the internet was a different thing back then too. Like, Day 9's trying to stream to blip.tv, which is where he started his streaming stuff, right? And he was only able to stream at like 720 because most people could sort of handle that at the time, and he's running StarCraft 2 on medium settings because it's so straining on his PC, and it's just like, oh, it's just a different time. I'm sounding old because I am old. How about that? So we're going to go for, I assume, a Hellion drop. So we're going to keep these Hellions alive because they need to go back and meet up with this medevac and then drop inside Serral's main base and try to get something done. Is that going to work out? I don't know. Serral, his map awareness is usually pretty good. At least he has an Overlord here to see this coming, so his awareness is starting now, potentially. Is he looking at the minimap? Is he looking at that screen right now? And yes. Oh my gosh, look at him bringing these Lings in. Yeah, look at him. He's got them all positioned and absolutely sick defense there from Serral. I'm super jealous. Overlord pokes in, sees, okay, barracks, factory. All right, cool. Probably going to die to these Marines, which is just, it's the price you pay if you're scouting Overlord at 4.5 minutes. Or 4:45. Unload, 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 unload. Queen coming over to mess with it. There's enough Lings to do this, enough Queens too. You don't need Roaches for 4 Hellions. If it was like 8 Hellions dropping in there, that might be a little bit more difficult for Lings to deal with, but the positioning matters a lot. He's still... Clem, buddy, this hasn't worked. This hasn't worked the previous 3 times you've tried it. Serral is very aware this is what you're trying to do. He's got Overlords in positions to see your medevacs as they're flying about here. So, like, you can't do anything about this guy either. You can't kill him, and the Lings are just waiting. They're going to patrol in a very crazy pattern here. So, all right, Clem, what are you up to? It's Marines. It is going to be more Marines. It is going to be additional refineries, 2 engineering base. Where's your 3rd base, man? There it is, landing at the 3rd base location. Serral's getting a 4th base now. About 20 to 30% complete on that one. Baneling Nest on the way from Serral. And spreading the creep to the edges of his base just so he has vision on everything. It's always good to do. Amarcon always suggests that I do that, and then I don't remember to do it in my games because I'm trying to do 800 other things. But Serral's good enough to do everything you need to do and remember to spread the creep to every edge of your main base. It's a good thing to do. Très, très bien indeed. All right, Armory coming in from Clem. I don't know if he's going to try to hellbat these Hellions. No, get out of there. Reverse flash, run faster. Oh, he escapes. He scouts the 4th base. Dude, get this way. There's Speedlings out. No! Oh, reverse flash. He dead. He extraordinarily dead. What are these medevacs doing? Oh, they're coming to join this party. It is a Hellbat party. Ain't no party like a Hellbat party because a Hellbat party don't stop. And picks up and gets out of there. Yeah, I mean, Clem's doing a pretty good job of keeping his stuff alive with the exception of reverse flash. The only thing he's lost today is 1 Reaper. He's a handful of Lings have gone down, which Serral's okay with. He'd rather lose a handful of Lings than any drones. So, I don't know, Baneling connection's not super great there. Centrifugal Hooks is on the way. Serral is just playing his defend, 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 defend. Be there. Every time a drop shows up near your territory, every time a push happens on the creep, be there. Oh, these poor Hellbats are dead. All right. Super fantastic dead. And they're not unload here, but there's Lings. There's so many Lings. Gotta get out. These Hellbats get left behind too. Oh, he's doing so well. Can't transform them because the transform is too slow. He doesn't have the transformation servos, which we haven't seen that upgrade in a while, honestly. Oh my gosh, he escaped. He escaped. He's got 1 kill. He escaped. Clear some creep tumors, Clem says. I gotta do what I need to do here. Gotta clear as much creep as I can, maybe delay expansion as much as I can. But clearing creep is a big thing right now. It's like vacuuming. You gotta vacuum every once in a while. Get that dirt and dust and debris out of your carpets. Or I guess sweep if you have hard flooring. Which I've definitely lived in places where there are no carpets at all and no rugs or anything, so I get it. I understand. One of my favorite things in StarCraft is just the Marine death sound. Oh, like rough times indeed. Serral just playing the defense, but hang on a second. He's looking, he's hunting, he's sharking. Dropping individual Marines down here, trying to explode Banelings on him. 1 Baneling dying for a Marine is a really bad trade, and a lot of StarCraft 2 is just trades these days. It really is. So cruising on down with the Lings and the Banelings. Gonna find what? A supply depot. Ah, free supply depot. They got it. And then the Lings tried to get out of there, and they did. And some of them actually made it, but then others did not. That's kind of usually how that works with that kind of stuff. It's a Hydralisk den because we're going Lurkers because ZVT is apparently nothing but Lurker Baneling Hydra these days. With like Vipers and stuff. And I'm okay with it. It's just weird how much... I don't know. They like the Lurkers more than the Ultralisks. Zerg's player these days in this matchup. It used to be Ultras a lot. And now it's definitely more on the Lurker side of things. Not that we don't ever see any Ultralisks, because that's not true. We definitely do see Ultras. But yeah, check this out. Baneling, or Lurker Den on the way. The attempted double-pronged harass does not work out. He has to swing back around. We're on the creep. We're engaging hard right now and jumping on top of it. The tanks are dead. No saving those. Oh man, all these tanks are dead too. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's going horribly. Man, Serral just crushing that attack with almost an ease to it. But Clem will not be denied. He's at 90 total army supply. Serral's at 104. Income tab looks like this currently. Clem got his 4th base roll and got some mules tossed down there. Income's going to look good for a minute. And then more tanks going to die because they set up in siege position. There's no picking them up. There are some Hydras in the mix too, if that's what you're into, but man. Yeah, Tankovax. Tankovax would help Clem immensely in the strategy today. He's lost 8 siege tanks, and I'm not sure they paid for themselves at this stage of the game. Another command center coming in, 3-3 getting started from Clem. Serral's working on +1 missile attack, and he has +2/+2 for his wings and his banes. So we could be seeing ultras, maybe. Vipers are definitely on the way. Is there a hive? Yes, there is a hive. Okay, it's not. There you go. Adaptive Talents is coming in for the ultras, so a lot of the gas going to go, or ultras, lurkers. I really want to see ultras. Apparently my subconscious is into Ultralisks. They're my favorite unit in all of StarCraft, and they're not that super great. I mean, if you lose to them, they feel incredibly strong, but at the professional level, it's just there's a lot of ways to deal with them. If you're Zerg, Terran, or Protoss. Honestly, going Ultralisks in a ZVZ is pretty much guaranteed a way to lose, just because Lurkers are so good against them. Ghosts are good against them. Immortals are good against them. I mean, in general, Void Rays are good there, too. Archons trade pretty well. To be trying to... missile turret does not get taken down by friendly fire there, or by anti and unfriendly fire. Seismic Spines getting Adaptive Talons before Seismic Spines today. Serral. I don't know if that was a mistake. That doesn't really matter. He's going to have both the upgrades here in about 12 minutes anyway. He doesn't have any lurkers. He does have. He's got 3 lurkers. Having range would be great right now, but there's 10 seconds away, so we're fine. He's going to wait for the upgrade. Nope. Going to abduct a tank in. Baneling's exploding on that tank. Not the greatest trade. A lurker's taking more tank fire. Clem is usually not the super tank heavy, but double Nidus network across the sky right now from Serral. Going to go for them Nidus plays, which are super good. Très bien. Some Broodlings down this way just to make sure that Clem expanding that direction does not go unnoticed by the Zerg player. Zerglings, oh, they got the surround. Reaction time of Clem not particularly great. Blinding Cloud in the middle of all of that, too. So at this point, Serral's winning engagements. The question is he doing it in a cost-efficient way? He's not, usually. Zerg players have a hard time with that because their units are squishy, but 12,600 resources lost for Serral, 10,500 for Clem right now. If we split the map in half, the Clem should be able to win this game. If Serral can take 1 extra base up on Clem, then Serral has a much easier chance of winning this thing because, again, his units are squishier and explodier than the Terrans are. Alright, Zerglings jumping in. And can we get it? No, he's going to force a liftoff on that command center. Yes. And then I think going up that ramp, siege tank positioning pretty good. There are no Vipers in this group for abducts. Just kidding. The Vipers have just arrived. And then, oh man, double Nidus. Double Nidus Swarm inside your main base. That is not what you want to see if you're Clem. He has to bring everybody back to deal with this. And Serral's like, well, you left your post. Up the ramp we go. Siege tank down. We do have adrenal glands for Serral. I always need to check that in ZVTs these days. Definitely need to be doing that. The Nidus worms are not being dealt with because there's a bunch of lurkers that came out, but eventually they are being dealt with. All the lurkers die. Both the Nidus worms go down too, but maybe lift on the orbital. It's not actively dying, but it should be. Zerglings do get cleaned up there, but that was a huge attack. Plus its command center lifts. 21 SCVs have died, but how many ZVTs have we cast on this channel where the Terran player loses 21, 30, 40 SCVs and wins the game anyway, despite killing 0 drones on the other side? That's because Terrans are not dead until they are dead, all right? It's a lesson I've been talking about for years and years and years and years. It is just the truth. If this was Serral who had lost, 21 drones at this stage of the game, it'd be hurting him a lot more. But as it stands, Clem's army supply is really good. He can toss down mules. He's actually got 77 SCVs, so I don't think he even needs to replace them. Maybe this is not the greatest example of that. Ooh, single lurker harass, a typical staple in ZVTs these days. I don't know what it intends to accomplish here, but whatever. Baneling Bomb is going to take down that Planetary. Siege Tank on the high ground dead. Siege Tank on the high ground taking some hits there, but Planetary does explode. Lurkers try to get out of here or reburrow and attack across the span here. 11 SCVs go down, but Lurkers left to their own devices mean they die unless there's no scans. Which there's the scan and there's the snipe, and they try to escape, but they can't. Lurkers not fast. I really think Zerg players would pay an upgrade for Lurker speed. The ability to run away from ghosts faster than they do, because a lot of Lurkers die in retreat in this matchup. I mean, it's not enough to make it imbalanced or anything, but that's when a lot of Lurkers die here. A missile attack and +3 melee on the way from Serral, getting +3 vehicle. Clem, I like what Clem's doing. He's taking some hits, but, you know, 76 workers is great. He's got siege tanks to protect this. The Banelings are going to take down the Planetary because Blinding Cloud is really good, and Baneling is splashed instantaneous damage, and it's really hard to negate that. Oh, another attack down the right side. I don't know what killed those lings. Maybe these guys will burrow in. Who knows? Clem says, I'm tired of being on defense. Let's go back on offense. We're going to take down this hatch on the left side. Very nicely done. Clem is so good at doing that. He can take hits and take hits and take hits, and it looks like it's like really falling apart for him, but then he will just push on the other side, and that's when there's going to be a ling attack on the inside here. With 3-3 upgraded Adrenal Cracklings, fully upgraded right now, Clem has to clean up the mess in his own home before he can keep pushing, and he does. He cleans it up, so he keeps pushing. What is to defend this top left? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing to defend this top left base at all. And by that I mean there's lings and lurkers that are going to come try to save it. Just get out of range, pick up. Okay, pick up, get out of there. Blinding Cloud on the tanks. Again, the Blinding Cloud placements for Serral have just been absolutely disgusting today. And man, he's just consistently kind of been able to clean this up. But it turns out once the ghosts... I was going to say, once the ghosts start getting engaged in these battles, it goes a lot better for Terran against this particular composition that Serral's roning with. That said, that was a lot of dead ghosts right there. 13 of them have gone down. So Serral taking a right side base, has not retaken this left side base here. Clem has not managed to re-expand in the bottom right either. But it's 163 to 150 supply. I mean, nobody's got a massive advantage at this stage of the game. The income tab is looking like this. Serral had a big lead, is creeping back down into Clem's side of things. My gosh, this left side base has been really exposed. And bam! Whoa! Whoa! Abrupt ending. What are we? What? What did I miss? Did what? Serral's back here. It's just a little. Army value 106 to 90. Yes, Serral has a lead, but Clem's got 3 ghosts, 17 marines, 8 marauders, 5 tanks, 2 Vikings. Did he lose too many ghosts? Is that what his concern is? He was down. He didn't have a lot of them. He lost 13 to a really nice ling surround by Serral there. I mean, the income isn't substantially in Serral's favor right now. He's lost a lot of SCVs. Yeah, but like I've been talking about, losing 60 SCVs when you still have 64 is not the end of the world. I am so lost at this outcome. Sometimes the outcomes are a little confusing to me. I don't know. If you're reading these in the comments, let me know what you think happened here. Because, I mean, yes, is Serral ahead? Absolutely. Yeah, but Clem's got all this mining stuff down here, and he's still mining, well, I guess a little bit from his natural, and his third base is not too hot. And this base, sure, he keeps losing SCVs here, but I mean, I still think he just does a little bit better with SimCity. He calls down a ton of mules in that location because he's got a lot of orbitals. And I think he can stabilize this base and then maybe push out a little bit, take down this right side, take out this. I don't know. There was a path forward. There was totally a path forward here. Production tab is more ghost. That +3 vehicle weapons is going to finish Maybe Serral's incredible blinding clouds today were just demoralizing for Clem. I'm a little bit surprised at how quick that outcome occurred. Huh. We'll shoot. I mean, look, end of the day, 35,000 resources lost for Serral, 28 for Clem. Yes, he lost a lot of SCVs, but he got 64 at the end of the game here. He's got 3/3 upgrades for his bio. That +3 vehicle weapons is finishing. The only thing I can really point to is that his newest source of income is kind of under attack by a handful of lings, and his ghost count is bad. But again, he's producing 3 more to join the party. That's just got to be it. It's just got to be There's just 83 lings out there, and 83 lings on their own is almost enough to handle the army that Clem has right there, right? Depends on the C-Tank splashes they're running in and stuff, but whatevs. Whatever. So, yeah. Again, bit of a crazy ZVT ending there. It was a little bit of an anticlimactic ending, but I get it. Clem was behind. He probably saw some stuff that I can't see here, which is weird considering I can see the whole map and he couldn't. But you know, we'll trust Clem's judgment on this, I suppose. All right, good stuff. That was that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.